Love Jones. I am back with another one. This one is for Taurus. Taurus, this is for you. I think this may be my last one of the night, and then I'll finish everybody else tomorrow. But Taurus, this is for you. Holy Spirit, Archangels, please allow me to channel the messages around my Taurus collective. Spirit guides, ancestors of the highest white light only. Tell us what we need to know, please, and thank you. Bitter just hit the floor. Bitter and envy here. Somebody may be bitter. Somebody may be a little envious of somebody here. I see a situationship here. Somebody may have gotten themselves in some type of situationship here. The famous person. Famous. James Bond here. Somebody's name could be James or last name Bond. Somebody could have bonded somebody out of jail. Somebody could be talking to someone as if they are someone else. They could be using some type of alias name when they talk to this person or about this person. Somebody could be stored on someone's phone as a different person's name here. This is a person here who is in some type of situationship with someone here who I feel like has some type of status here. Someone who is this first class person here. And somebody is envious of somebody here. Bitter. I shuffled it in the look, I can't make it up. I was about to say I shuffled it in the deck, y'all. I kid you not. I lift these cards up here and I got right back to that. What are the chances, y'all? Look. All these cards were sitting on top of each other. I was about to say I shuffled bitter in the deck before I start pulling cards out. And I lift this little pile right here, and bitter was laying right there. When stuff is meant to be, it happens just like that, just that easy. Ain't no way. I have this whole little deck of cards right here, and I would just lift something just talking like this, and it would be right there. Somebody's bitter. Somebody's entered in some type of relationship with somebody here, and they are bitter about something. Something sour happened. Something did not go right in this, whatever this is. I see somebody is envy. Envy is right here. Envy. Somebody could be envious of somebody. No, envy. I've heard people call that before, so that may be significant. It could be a name or something. But somebody, I feel like, is bitter and they're envious here because they have gotten to this situationship with someone who has status about them here. Mischievous. They could have done something. They could have done something here that they shouldn't have been doing in order to gain this relationship with this person here, with this status here. I'm looking at car sex. Somebody could have slept with someone in the car. But whoever this is, Taurus, they bitter about something. Federal government, I don't know what that has to do with it. Somebody could work for the federal government, or somebody could work for the Fed, somebody could work for, I don't know, they could be like a lawyer, attorney, they could be a bailiff. I don't know what positions does the federal, you know what, that doesn't say the federal government. That card says federal court. Somebody could work, they could have something to do with the courts here. They could have something to do with the court. And so I don't know what all those positions are either. I know lawyers, attorneys work in the court office. You got the judge who works inside the court. You have the bailiff. You got the court recorders. Something has to do with federal court here. So somebody could be in a situation with somebody who works for Federal court. They don't have to be, y'all. I mean, that's what caught my eye right then. It didn't come out, but that's what caught my eye as I was shuffling. I see spiritually stalking here. Proverbs 17, chapter 17, verse 22. A joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit saps one's strength. Yeah, somebody's spirits is crushed. It's about something here. I'm telling you, somebody is bitter and they're envious of something here or of somebody here. And so if this is some type of situationship that someone has got in with someone here, that maybe, and it could be an officer here. It could be an officer here. Some type of law official. So let's just say this is like an officer or a lawyer or something. They've got into this relationship with this famous person here. I see 007. Somebody could be, I don't know, hell, this could be military. Or somebody could just be, like I said, they could be in someone's phone here. They could communicate here as aliases. Because James Bond is, it's an alias of somebody here. It's just a, like a secret name, a name that was used in order to cover up the person's real name. So they could communicate to each other here and be stored in each other's phone as different people here. But somebody has a status. Somebody has a status. Somebody has made a name for themselves. This is a person, a first class person, some type of famous person here. And this person, whoever this is, some type of maybe official here, some type of lawyer, attorney, judge, somebody here who's gotten themselves connected to this famous person here in this situationship. So that is telling me that this could be like a third party situation here, and somebody is jealous and they're envious, they're bitter about something that's taking place here. Somebody's spirits are crushed. So maybe somebody was expecting something that they weren't able to do, that they're not getting. And so here you go. You have someone who works in the system somehow attached to this famous person who they've been sleeping with. And something was caught on camera, I see. Something was caught on camera here. And maybe someone is bitter because they expected to have maybe a real relationship with this person here. They could have expected this person to be with them permanently here, and that's not what is taking place here. And so someone's spirits are crushed. They feel bitter. They feel disappointed here. They could feel like they've been played here for some reason. They could, yeah, buddy, girl, it would be fly if you were my BUDDY. Don't be shy. Give it a try. I can be yours and you can be mine. This is somebody here that is taking a role of just being, and I see codependent here as well. And so this person was codependent. This person is used to getting stuff from this person here. They were codependent on something. This person's money, this person's energy, this person's sex. You have a codependency here on something here. This person who works in the system somehow. Somehow they work for the federal government here. could be something inside of a courthouse, or hell, they could be the feds. This could be some kind of officials here. This could be definitely could be like a police officer, an attorney, uh, something along those lines here with this federal court. Something along those lines that has got involved with this famous person, and they got this codependency on this famous person. I'm not taking that this was the main person here. This person was definitely in some type of situationship, and so this famous person who they were involved with, they definitely could have had somebody else. And if they didn't have like a main person here, then they were probably just sleeping around with whoever here. And whoever this person is has they slept with this person in a car. They had some type of car sex. I'm sure they probably had some other kind of sex too at a certain point. I hope it was in more than just the car here. But they've grown to have some type of codependency on of this person here. And somebody's disappointed because this relationship, what they could have thought was a relationship, did not go as they thought it was going to go here. And so this could have started off as maybe just like a side piece thing, just like a friends with benefits type of thing. I ask you for favors, probably with whatever job it is that you do, and you come over and you ask me for favors too. This definitely could have been two people sleeping together who just did things for each other here. And I feel like this person who works in the system somehow thought it was going to go further than what it was. And they are disappointed now because it didn't. They're not getting what they thought they were going to get out this situation here. And I see want to keep you in lack energy here. And so this person, if there was a third party issue here, or somebody could have had like some type of law official working to keep you working to keep you in this lack energy here. And that could be spiritual here, or this could be somebody actually using their resources they had here behind the scene, doing things to come up against you here. And so, as an example, if somebody was sleeping with the officer, this officer was watching you. This officer knew who you was. They know who you are. And they were doing things to keep you in this lack type of energy here. And it doesn't have to be an officer per se. That's just an example that I use, but it definitely could be here. It's, I feel like somebody here has this like connection somehow. This connection to something has to do with the federal court or the feds or something here. Whatever they thought was going to go a certain kind of way, it did not go that way. Somebody here is disappointed. Hmm. Family caught on camera. Something was caught on camera. Hopefully, it wasn't them having sex in the car, but something was caught on camera. Could be some type of, I don't know, family. It says family. Uh, yes, something was caught on camera here. So I don't know if you have some type of family that works for the system somehow. It may have been has some type of connections to this famous person here. This person was trying to keep you down and keep that famous person up. If you know what I mean. They was trying to keep you down and keep them up here. And they wanted to maintain access to this person. I feel like they wanted something more than to be just just a cut buddy for this person here. And I don't think it went as they expected it to go here. And so now this person is bitter here. And hopefully they're not taking their rejection out on you. Because they were definitely doing something to keep you in some type of lack energy here. This person, whoever this is, they was doing something to come up against you here. Yes, they were. Using that position. This is somebody who was probably abusing their power here. Whatever power they had and whatever position they had, they were abusing that power. Hmm. Where we at? 15 minutes. Sorry. Sugar daddy. I can't make it up. Sugar daddy. Sugar daddy. And trying to stop you from manifesting. I'm gonna go ahead and take these two cards since they fell out. And I just seen sabotage too right behind us. Somebody was they were trying to sabotage you here. I see dragging other people into their delusion here. So this was a person who was they were using their resources here to try to sabotage somebody. To try to stop somebody here. I see angels here. They were using their resources to sabotage an angel, like an earth angel or something. See angels right here. LA could be significant. I did just see LA. And angels popped out. LA could be significant here. So somebody could be like have some type of position working for the government somehow. And they were abusing their power here, trying to hold this position they had with somebody who they were sleeping with by abusing you. So you may have been in this third party somehow. You could have been a person that the other person was sleeping with. You could have been a person the other person was looking at. But this person, whoever this is that worked in some type of federal courtroom as a lawyer, as a bailiff, or something to do with like federal government here, whoever this is, they knew about you. And they were abusing their power, trying to stop you from manifesting. They had people working with them, doing things here to you, and trying to keep you in lack energy here. This person's codependent off whatever they were getting from this famous person here. And something here was caught on camera, them doing something here. Whatever it was they were doing, they were caught on camera doing it. This person could definitely be somebody from LA. I was looking at this card thinking Earth Angel here. But as I was shuffling, LA stood out to me. So this could definitely be a person from LA who's living in LA here, who works in the government here, in the system here, who was abusing their power to try to keep somebody here in this lack energy so that they would be able to maintain access to this person who they were sleeping with here. And now this person is bitter, or they could have been bitter while they were doing this. It's a bitter, envious person. In this situationship with this person here, spiritually stalking. Yeah. And so you know everybody. I feel like it's so many people here. I don't know what they do in order to gain their access to. I want to say to certain gifts, but I don't feel like everybody has gifts, but everybody's gifts are not open or activated because of their maturity level, because of their the lack of things they've done to work on themselves to be able to attain this power, this ability to be able to do certain things. And so that's why you have people who go out the way to do things, special things, to open up their third eye, because it's not open automatically. It's not something that God gave you. It's something that's there. So I don't want to say it's not something that God gave you. It's not something that has been activated by God. It's not something that you've reached that maturity, so to speak, to be able to use. It's like we have all these grades to go through before we're able to graduate from high school, before we can walk across that stage as a senior with that diploma. You have people out there who are taking a shortcut. It's like they're being able to get that diploma and have access to college, but they haven't put all the work in. This is not your ninth grader who is so smart, so intelligent, that's put in all this work, and they've already done the work of a 10th, 11th, 12th grader while they're in ninth grade. This is a person in the ninth grade with the maturity level of a sixth grader who has access now to college students. That's what this is. So I just feel like it's so many people who are out there who have these so-called spiritual gifts here, and it's not because they have been open or activated naturally. It's because they've done the most unnatural things to be able to have access to certain gifts. And so this person here, you know, like a bunch of people, they spiritually stalk and they're able to watch you and see certain things here. Um, they're able to use their gifts or what they opened up, what they are able to do, what they have access to be able to see you here. And this is a person here who's kind of went out the way to kind of do things to oppress you, to stop you from getting ahead here. And they use their power, their privilege here. They have abused and trying to to try to hold you back here, because you could have very well had access to this person who they were sleeping with, who they have this codependency to. Scorpio. One of these things again, y'all. I lift This is my power right here. I lift this up, and the first thing I see here is Scorpio. So I cut the deck on Scorpio here. Lust. Yeah, so this Scorpio was doing things to make this person lust over them. I see emotional here. This person could be like, they could act like a very emotional person. This could be emotionally immature person here. Person that says they're hiding depression here. But the Scorpio could do things here could do things sexually to get this person's attention. Somebody could definitely be a Scorpio here. Water signs, again, Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces here. And so maybe that was a third party situation, a Scorpio and a Taurus here. Could have been in this, both been in this situationship with this famous person here. Somebody here was definitely using LGBTQ. So this could have been like a poly thing here, but somebody was definitely using their abilities, their resources they had to kind of hold you back, to stop you from having forward movement. So I don't know what sign you are, the Scorpio, the Taurus. What sign am I doing? Taurus. I don't know if you're the Scorpio or the Taurus here, or if you are another sign here. I see mental illness as well. The LGBTQ here, somebody here is, could be definitely bisexual people here who are sleeping with each other, and probably this wealthy man as well. Yes. And so these are people who are all sleeping with this wealthy man. And so you may have been, you may have been the third party that was actually a fourth party here. I see Capricorn. You could have been a third party that was actually a fourth party here. Or you could be one of these signs here. But somebody here who works in the system here was using their power to hold you back. They were using their connections, these government connections that they have here, to kind of hold you back here. I see security here. Somebody could be security, feds are listening. It's one of y'all people. It's like I don't know if this person is works with the feds or not, but they definitely could have some type of connection. Something had to do with the courthouse. So this is an attorney, a judge, uh, actual the feds themselves. Uh, I say like the bailiff. I don't know, when you're in federal court, is the bailiff, is the man in the uniform, is he a fed, like a federal officer too? I don't know. This is somebody with some type of connections in there. And they was using them to try to hold somebody down too. I see bribe. They could have been bribing people here. Best friend. Same sex here. Is that LGBTQ here? Work husband, work wife. Bribing. They work husband, work wife. And so these people, they were very, I don't know if I want to say close. They were very, we'll just say close. They were very close to each other. Somebody was definitely being bribed here. Avarice, having a showing an extreme greed for material wealth and gain. And then I have Wilson right here. So yeah, you have people here, kind of money hungry people here with this connection to this wealthy man here. Some people sleeping with each other, some people being bribed in the system here. Officers, colleagues here being bribed, to do certain things here. Because this person wanted to maintain access to this wealthy person here. And so they were bribing people. They were giving their colleagues money to do certain things here. Again, it's somebody abusing their power. This y'all people. Know what it reminds me of, a video when I was watching the little girl. She was going, "Ain't this your friend? Ain't this your friend? Ain't this y'all people? Ain't this y'all people?" So yeah, let's see what else is going on here. What else is going on here with Taurus? Because no, I went all into other signs here. What's going on with Taurus? I'm just saying you're hired in college. Maybe that has something to do with something. Proverbs 17:23 says, "A wicked man will take." Yeah, I can't make this up. A wicked man will take a bribe in secret to pervert the course of justice. Proverbs 17, chapter 17, verses 23. And don't trust them. They're a liar here. Somebody definitely took a bribe here. So I don't know if it was the Capricorn, if it's the colleagues here, because bribe came out. They were definitely bribing colleagues. They were bribing other people who worked with them in this federal system of things. People was being bribed to do things. No question about it. Now, if one of them was a Capricorn, I don't know. That did pop out. So who we have out here? Capricorn, Taurus, Scorpio. Some people being bribed to do certain things. And that's what happened. Don't trust them. They're a liar. Somebody here is a liar, for sure. Somebody here who's is codependent on a wealthy man here. And somebody here would do anything to be able to maintain access to this wealthy man here. Somebody was using their resources. They were definitely using their resources here. 3141 shade. Best friend. Somebody could have been cyberbullying someone here. I see pregnant. And so someone could have been pregnant and they could have been cyberbullying someone here. I was talking about this earlier. I know. When it's your own kids that are being cyberbullied, when you got to worry about your own child being depressed, then you'll start looking at things a little bit more differently. Then you'll start maybe acting your age a little bit more mature than what you already at. And that's what I was just talking about as well. Certain maturity levels that people have not reached, but they're able to do certain things here. And that's because they go out of the way and they do other things to be able to open these senses up. This is not something they've gained naturally here. But here you go, this little immature person right here who's been cyberbullying somebody and could be pregnant here. Exploiting somebody here. See body odor here. Whatever this is. Mentally and emotionally drained here. They hate you. Exploit here. Air signs. Keep saying Aquarius here as well. So there's a few people here in this situation here. But whoever this pregnant person is, I'm gonna need you to do better, right? You know, you have a child. What are you gonna teach this child if you don't know better yourself? And it's so funny because they were just talking about that on the radio. I keep hearing them say that on the radio. Because evidently there are some students who was fighting a teacher. And the lady was saying that it starts at the home. If the parent doesn't know any better, how could they teach the child? And I feel like it's the same case here. If you don't know any better about certain things, then what is it you're going to teach your child? Is your child going to be a bully? Which brings me to another thing I was just listening to on the radio the other day, when the lady said her son was a bully who got beat up by somebody. And she teased him about it. And I guess the question on the radio was the mother wrong for teasing the son about being beat up because he had to go to the emergency room? But she felt like it was his fault because he had no business being a bully here. And so it wasn't anything that she taught, but it was something he learned from somewhere, something he decided he wanted to do. And that was one of those F around and find out moments. That's what he did. And the mother found it funny that that's what happened to him. And she was pretty much saying that's what you get here. So yeah, there's like what, I don't know. You gotta do better for yourself. At least have common sense yourself so you can be able to teach your child something. Because if you can't teach them anything, then what are you gonna do when they have one of them F around and find out moments? Because they've taken on something they learned from you and they did it with the wrong person here. And see, from the look of it, you are cyberbullying. Like you might be doing it spiritually, doing it where nobody can actually point the finger to you. But that doesn't mean your child not gonna get out here and try to do it one day physically and run across somebody who they shouldn't have did it to. So make them think twice before they do it to anybody else here. And then who's to say they're not going to try to do it to someone, and somebody not going to be like one of those kids. They're going to get their daddy weapon and come to school with something, and then you have other kids who've gotten in the way, or just so happen to be there when stuff kicked off, and now they're dealing with consequences because your child wasn't taught anything, because you can't teach them anything. Like, so whoever you are, I'm gonna need you to do better. Do better here, whoever you are. Oh yeah, 36 minutes. Anything else? Health. Something about health. Somebody may be in bad health here. I see blood. Seems to have something to do with blood here. Somebody could be having some type of health issues. Could have something to do with blood. I don't know. They may be needing a blood transfusion, or it could be some type of health problems that has to do with your blood, your family here. Somebody here has some type of health issues here. And they could need blood. They could be given blood here. I see toxic. I don't know. They could have received the wrong blood here. Something's wrong. Like to party, night owl. You can find me in a club. Somebody here, and I see private party. Somebody here this could definitely be like a party person here. LA. This could be a party person here. This person may be from LA here. Bipolar disorder. This is a person who appears to have multiple personalities here. One minute they're depressed, and one minute they are manic, all excited about doing something probably that they don't have any business doing. This person may need to take some meds and calm down. Learn how to be a parent to their child or their unborn child. Anyway, anything else here? I see dating and marriage here. Somebody may have married this person. The survival of the fittest. Somebody may want to marry you, whoever you are. I mean, somebody here can't marry both of these people. There are definitely two, at least two, could be more than two, at least two people here in this situation. But I see dating and married here, so I don't know who that's for, what that's about. Take it however it resonates here. Anything else for Taurus? What is this? Confident and dismantled here, and you should let me love you. Something here has been dismantled here. Something here has been picked apart here. And somebody is confident at what it is they know. So I am mentally, emotionally drained here. 911. I feel like that's whoever this is that works with this in this system here. This person's mentally and emotionally drained here. They use children and other adults, so they could be using this child to try to get whatever it is they are trying to attain here. And so this baby could definitely be could have been something to hold somebody steady so they can continue to receive whatever this was that they were getting here. And somebody is mentally and emotionally drained. I don't know if it's this person here who works in the system or the person, the famous person who they are sleeping with, but that's what I have here. That's what I have, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I'll be back.